Welcome to the Battle Zone. This is the Animated Wrestling League, Strong and Free, and we are kicking off tonight with an interpromotional Trios Match. And here comes the first of many champions.
The following interpromotional Trios contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way from Yonkers, New York, he is Field Dreaming, NJPW Strong Openweight Champion, the Lord King, Eddie Kingston.
The special international, dare I say, elite guest stars are all the rage this evening as we see the last of a dying breed, Eddie Kingston, making his way to the ring. He's only got the one championship belt left, but this is the belt. That means I genuinely believe, with possibly the exception of the ROH title, this is the belt that means the most to him, coming off a successful defense of that Strong Openweight Championship last week against one of his opponents tonight, Tributi Shota. And now he's teaming with some people that, on the surface, he wouldn't seem to have anything to do with. But there's history here. If you know, you know.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from wherever, representing whoever, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
As you can clearly tell, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy is a torrent, is a maelstrom of emotion. Just look at the man. He's lost the International Championship. He's lost his best friend, or at least it appears that he has. We don't know what's going on here. We don't know where the Kentucky gentleman falls on this. We don't entirely know where the alien Chris Statlander lands on all of this. We do know that the best friends, we don't know where Sue lands on this. The best friends, Chaos in the best friends. And also the best friends are technically still in Chaos, and I want everybody to remember that. Alright, so as this about 6-hour ring entrance starts, I would like to remind you that concessions are available throughout the building. We do validate parking. That would be a good time to do that. Of course, if you came here by streetcar, then that was actually probably the smarter way to do it, quite frankly. Save yourself some money.
And their partner, making his way to the ring from very far away. He is very nice, very evil, John Howitzer. Together they are T-A-E-W.
The man who has recently been pushed to his absolute limits. Yes, that's him. The man who's been pushed to break his vow. And that vow, as we all know, no swearing. In the fight against the evils of bigotry, that's not very nice. Transphobia is, however, very evil. Danhausen, like I said, pushed as far as he's ever been pushed in his life. Danhausen. And now the question is, how will that mentally affect him in this trios match? These three of Eddie Kingston, Danhausen, and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, who I do not believe have ever worked as a trio before. I know Orangehausen is a registered tag team here in the Animated Wrestling League, but that's as close as it gets. How much money do we spend on this entrance every time he does this? And is it more or less than what I'm getting paid? It's more. If you'd like to help us afford Danhausen's entrance, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, do all of that fun YouTube stuff. Here come the AWL team.
And their opponents, introducing first originally from Tokyo, Japan, Hiroyuki Shota.
A bit of a career resurgence over the last few weeks, going to the time limit draw with the War King Eddie Kingston 2 weeks ago. That led to, at Kingston's insistence, give him credit, a strong openweight championship match, which, as you can obviously tell by who brought the belt out this week, Hiroyuki Shota came up a little bit short on that, but he has shown us a lot of who he is now that he is free of Zaidan J. And let's cross the generations in the high-flying style of professional wrestling.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from cyberspace, the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, Razor.
Caw-caw, my friends, caw-caw. Razor Wing springing through the air, almost as if he had a hidden trampoline under there. Gotta love the moves on this guy. And no, this is not the gimmick infringement, that's the other guy.
And finally, making his way to the ring from Beijing, China, Andre the Giant Panda. Together they are AWL.
The first ever Chinese national to compete in the Animated Wrestling League. As you may or may not have known, all pandas, all giant pandas, are considered citizens of China by Chinese law. So our first Chinese national to compete in the Animated Wrestling League. And he's been doing fairly well. This is his debut season. A great opportunity against some AWL stalwarts against the forces of All Elite Wrestling. A friendly competition here, I would hope. That's if Eddie Kingston ever does anything friendly. And look at, boom, straight up DDT. Eddie Kingston not going to mess around with this kid. He made that mistake 2 weeks ago and it almost cost him his championship, his last championship. I mentioned earlier the first of many champions being Eddie Kingston. That's because in our main event and our semi-final, we've got not one, not two, but 3 championships represented. In the main event, Kid Canada, the complete Canadian national champion, will face off against the debuting Ring of Honor World Television Champion Kyle Fletcher, a member still in good standing of the United Empire. That will be a preview of the Golden War main event. Additional preview, Will Ospreay will be facing Hassan, the Arab American Dream, Kid Canada's longtime tag team partner, in a non-title match a little bit later tonight as well. Also, coming up in the Joshi division and the Joshi tag team division, incidentally, will the Wasteland War Party explode as Max the Impaler faces off against Heidi Howitzer with their ranks in the AWL Best 4 on the line. And coming up next, we're going to have a Danger Zone Scramble match. Wild Thing, Neko Musume, Joya, Edith Surreal. These are all women who are either in the Danger Zone or on the bubble thereof. Orange Cassidy and Hiroyuki Shota, your legal men at the moment, as we continue with this interpromotional trios opening bout. And if you know the history of these, well, 4 of these 6 men, then, well, 5 men and 1 panda, then you know why we use the word trios instead of 6-man tag. Also because 6-man tag is a bit of a mouthful sometimes when you think about it. Collar and elbow tie-up kick to the midsection. Uh-oh, Karoshi driver! Boom! Death from overwork. Something that Orange Cassidy would seem to be completely immune from, as evidenced by the fact he stands up. Tag Kogeki opportunity into the highest of the high flyers, the fastest of the high speed. It's Razor Wing. Boom! Quick spin kick, standing star, but no! Knees up. Again, minimal necessary force. That is what Orange Cassidy is all about, but this man is overwhelming force. It's Eddie Kingston And he loves to take down little luchadors. He has for about 20 years. Collar and elbow tie-up, drop down. Good little wrestling roll, gain position, and oh boy. Eddie Kingston stops in his tracks when he sees this giant thing. He's no stranger to large animalistic wrestlers. He's had interactions either in the locker room or in the ring with the likes of CM Monk, Colt Cabani, Dragon, rest in peace. He knows his way around this guy. I think did he once wrestle Moscow the Communist Bovine? I think he did once wrestle Moscow the Communist Bovine. Seriously, look up your history of professional wrestling. I'm not making any of this crap up. That's why I love wrestling. 16.5 minutes remaining in our opening contest tonight, our opening match. This is AWL Strong and Free from the Greater Toronto area. And we're looking to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the season. We've only got a couple months left for that. So if you'd like to join us, please click subscribe, smash the like button, let us know you are out there. We also have, active at the moment, we've got a poll up on our community tab. There's going to be a King of Pro Wrestling Championship match. It's either going to be a steel cage match or a ladder match. I believe those are the two stipulations Okada Kazuchika gave as examples when he created the KOPW title, and those are two stipulations that have never been used. So we're going to fix that, at least with one of them. Right now, as I record this, the voting is exactly equal, 50-50. You want to be the tiebreaker? You want to book the Golden War? You want to book a supercard, a pay-per-view? You can do that right now. Go to the community tab on our YouTube channel and vote for the steel cage or the ladder match. It's going to be the Great Tanuki versus the Great Okan, Great versus Great, for the KOPW Provisional Championship of 2024 at the Golden War. Kingston tags in his exact opposite in Danhausen, the no cursing curse master.
5 minutes have elapsed. 15 remain.
And look at that, just picks him up like he weighs absolutely nothing. This is why I'm starting to see why some wrestling companies out there still have weight divisions. Tag made, and the dynamic of the match completely changed. Boom! Nice forearm by Danhausen. Said, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. These three AEW wrestlers, these international television stars, cover for the one, facing the eclectic mix that is the Animated Wrestling League. We got the highest of the high flyers. We've got a Japanese technical expert, and we have got with strong style, with fighting spirit behind him, and we've got a giant panda. And Gamba roll! Oh, Tope Suicida does not connect. Going for a fisherman suplex, perhaps? Yes, he does, on the outside. 14 minutes left. The referee has a 20 count on the outside here in the Animated Wrestling League. We may be in Canada, but we still use the Japanese-inspired AWL rule set. A couple of elbows into the midsection here by Razor Winking, hoping to get out of the corner. Orange Cassidy has controlled the position at the moment, but a perfect flex by the young graduate of the Wrestle Factory, one of the last generations of that formerly, I should say, esteemed institution. Swing and a miss there. Oh, yeah, you're not going to... Danhausen, I love you. I love that Danhausen. But you're not going to German suplex Andre the Giant Panda. It is simply never going to happen. 13 minutes and change remaining. Both teams seem to be making frequent tags here. That makes a lot more sense on the AWL side. However, in the case of both of these teams, they've got a lot of, how do I say this? They've got a lot of variety in styles on their teams. Both teams have a powerhouse. Both teams have the cruiserweight aspect. Both teams have the strange yet undeniable charisma factor. And boom, face first into the turnbuckle, but into the friendly turnbuckle. Tag made again, and once again, just that contrast of Andre the Giant Panda to the flyest wrestler in the galaxy, Razor Wing. That's going to overwhelm Danhausen. I think that is the plan here. Coming up on 8 minutes into the match now. 20-minute time limit. Hang on, cover here for the 1, 2. A fair count, but not enough by senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. Now in the Animated Wrestling League, we have 20-minute time limits for matches with more than 4 participants. So anything bigger, anything bigger than a 2-on-2 tag, trios match, 4-on-4 Atomicos, whatever, is going to get that 20-minute time limit. And Danhausen trying to mount a comeback here, but a simple overhand chop by Razor Wing reverses the pressure, reverses the polarity of the neutron flow. Simple arm drag, and look how Razor Wing immediately puts himself between Danhausen and the corner. 2. But Danhausen able to get the shoulder up before that final and fatal 3 count could be registered. This is professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Animated Wrestling League on a night where we're going to have championships from 3 different companies represented. We've already got the NJPW Strong openweight champion, Eddie frickin' Kingston, in the ring right now in a beautiful head scissors takeover. The lucha-inspired training, the fiery training of Orange Cassidy, leapfrog, drop down, drop kick. A bit of a stomp there. And what do we have going up? And boom! Nice looking alley-oop powerbomb is about to hit the midpoint of the match. 10 minutes of the 20-minute time limit. Eddie Kingston back in now. This man goes to wrestling because he's too macho for therapy. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, nearly a... Oh! Discus forearm from behind. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's the shot you don't see coming. Oh, and a bit of a fuck you to longtime rival Claudio Castagnoli, fellow All Elite Wrestling competitor, member of the Blackpool Combat Club. That's a rivalry. That is a rivalry I don't think Kingston will ever get over. Look at the far leg. Kingston in trouble. Remember, you pin the NJPW champion, you will get a title match. Tag is made. And now, this is where Eddie Kingston likes to shine. Against the Japanese dojo-trained Strong style. He prefers to walk the King's Road. But 1, 2, kick out. 9 minutes, 20 seconds. The tag is made. Once again, I have completely lost. If we were to get 1 like for every tag in this match, I would be extremely happy. Just 1, all I need. Actually, heck, just give me one like, and overall I'll be happy. I know what I am. This is me doing a hobby because I enjoy this. And I admit, when I was a kid, I didn't want to be Trish Stratus. I didn't want to be Lita. I wanted to be either Commissioner Foley or Jim Ross. I wanted to be the one doing the announcing or the one, maybe Lillian Garcia. I wanted to be the one doing the announcing or being the one bossing the wrestlers around. 8 minutes, 30 seconds, tag made, in comes the Giant Panda. And Eddie Kingston must be thinking, did I spend a little too much time around Rob Van Dam at Collision, at Rampage, when they did that 420 high flying match? Did I get too much of a contact high that I'm still feeling it a week later? Going up, and power slam. Huge thumping power slam on the outside. Now you can see from the left side of the screen there, those are very thin mats, and they're covering a concrete floor. This building is a hockey rink, normally, because we're in Canada, of course it is. Now, Orange Cassidy being brought in illegally. The referee will wait for him to regain his bearings before administering the disqualification 5 count. Tijeras, boom, into the cover on the Bulldog. Does this lead to another title match? It could, but it won't. At least, not at this juncture. Eddie Kingston rolling away from the attack, but gets nailed. I couldn't tell if that was a forearm or a boot or a bit of both. Andre back in now. Shoulder tackle. Eddie Kingston has already felt that thumping power slam. Going up one more time. Boom, and the referee calls it a knockout. Andre the Giant Panda. Andre the Giant Panda, the most recent graduate of the AWL Dojo, has just knocked out the NJPW Strong Openweight Champion. That could be one hell of a championship match if the NJPW matchmakers agree.
Here are your winners, TAWL.
Good grief, good gravy, here we go. The Animated Wrestling League, our eclectic mix of weirdos and technicos. Victory tonight over the all-elite of professional wrestling. Up next, we have 4 of the women who are either in danger of or are already mathematically guaranteed to be in the danger zone. Wild Thing, Neko Musume, Joya, and Edith Surreal. Bang the gong, we are on. 20 minutes on the clock. Elimination rules in an AWL Scramble match. That means 3 falls to a finish. And that also means an opportunity to pick up to 3 victories here. And the quickest cover I've maybe ever seen. I don't think Edith thought that was actually going to work. But she definitely saw an opportunity and wisely took it. Taking a look at the situation here. Joya, at the moment, 24 and 31, minus 7. Edith Surreal, 4 and 10, minus 6. Neko Musume, 29 and 40, minus 11. Wild Thing, 28 and 44, minus 16. And at this point, that means Wild Thing is, we believe, mathematically locked in the danger zone. She would have, I think she is, about as close as you can mathematically get. She would have to get a clean sweep. Wild Thing, the lethal lycanthrope from Transylvania, would have to get a clean sweep tonight and basically win out for the rest of the season in order to make that even a possibility. So these are the bottom 4 active women in the AWL roster for AWL Strong and Free. 2 wrestlers from each branch, Canada and Japan, will advance, question mark, to Botsumania. And that's going to be another 4-way elimination match, but with a very strange set of rules. You pin somebody and you leave the ring. If you're the last person pinned, if you're the loser of the 3rd and final fall, you are fired from the Animated Wrestling League, effective immediately. You are released from your contract. Argentinian or Transylvanian backbreaker into a cutter by Wild Thing. Again, looking for the clean sweep here is Wild Thing. And a nice takedown of Edith Surreal, who's been a champion all over the U.S. independent scene. Here in the Animated Wrestling League, Joya, a former AWL Joshi tag team champion. But wins and losses are everything in the Animated Wrestling League. We're constantly looking to increase the level of competition here. And that means our lowest ranked wrestlers, they've got to fight and they've got to win just to stay in the company. Couple of back elbows there into the cover. And covering her own tag team partner in the Unholy Alliance. The Manipulator, of course, not out here. No corner women or corner men or corner anybody's in a match like this, in a 4-way match, because this could get a little bit crazy and dangerous. Irish whip into the corner. Edith Surreal looking to refocus. And a bit of a change of dance partners. So now we've got Joya and Wild Thing going at it. Well, Neko Musume coming back in. No teamwork whatsoever from the Monster Union pair, and frankly, I do not blame them, given the stakes of this match. Going up. A bear hug, or should I say a wolf hug. Collar and elbow tie up. And boom, down we go. That's not good. Standing up. Leg drop, swing and a miss. Joya able to just basically scoot out of the way, or scooch. Hang on. Hammerlock, spine buster. That's not a great position for a cover. No Nelsoning of the shoulders with the legs. That's the height differential there. And just having your paws on somebody's chest, giving them the needs, that's not going to be enough to keep them down. But that spine buster, a powerful, high-impact maneuver, especially with your arm essentially tied behind your back, that could break any of the many bones in your forearm. Modified Pele kick there by Joya. Modified meaning she didn't quite get all of it. German suplex halfway across that 20 by 20 foot AWL ring. And remember, Edith Surreal, she's an indie wrestler. She's used to 18 by 18. She's used to 16 by 16. The 20 by 20 that we use in the major leagues, not necessarily her bailiwick. Going up, reversal, kick to the midsection, and inverted side slam. Edith Surreal again, taking advantage of her height. To back elbow through, up and down. Jewel cutter. Joya with the jewel cutter, but completely cut off.
15 remain.
Now I should point out. I can't remind you because I haven't mentioned it yet. In the event of a time limit draw, any wins and losses already accumulated will still count. There's the diamond flosion for the 1, 2, kick out. And now an STF, a surreality lock. Edith Surreal. Oh, no, wait a minute. Power out by the hardcore furry. So I think would have a place in Enjoy Wrestling. I kind of like that idea, actually. Couple of swaps, up, and swinging down. 1, 2, kick out. Trying to clear some room here. I believe there are no countouts in this match. Because who would you attribute the win to in that case? Tossing body slam there by the lethal lycanthrope. Fireman's carry takeover, or takedown if you will. Edith Surreal taking a second to enjoy this moment. I'm thinking about Edith Surreal, who's got the best ranking of anybody in this group right now. A clean sweep for Edith Surreal. Hang on, cover 1, 2. The Wild Thing would have been mathematically locked 100% if that had gone down. Edith Surreal, if she were to get the clean sweep here, that would move her up to 7 and 10, minus 3. She would be pretty much guaranteed to be safe from the danger zone. And will return to season 23 of the AWL to compete. Russian leg sweep there. Wild Thing literally on the ropes trying to recover. Going to take a quick look at this big spear to her own tag team partner. Now the manipulator will, of course, bring these teams back together. I don't think it's going to be a problem. German, Edith Surreal, who, has been embracing the technical side of professional wrestling more over the last couple of years. 1, 2, and nearly our first elimination. You can see the desperation in Edith's body language as she kicks out at about 2 3/4 there. Collar and elbow, tie up, vertical suplex opportunity, and no, the cat always lands on her feet. 12 minutes and change remaining here. Collar and elbow, and cat scratch fever to Edith Surreal. Is Edith going to be the first one out? Nekamusume taking a little too much time preening. Licking her paws and wiping her ears, not a smart thing to do in the middle of a professional wrestling match. Oh no. Edith in trouble. Nekamusume stalking her prey, playing with her little mousey. Rope assisted stomp, and we have another cover here. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Wild Thing's going to Botsamania.
Wild Thing has been eliminated. 1,
Wild Thing is going to Joya gets a win. Wild Thing now at 45 losses in the AWL. Guaranteed to be in Botsamania. That's the 25th win for Joya. So we are down to a triple threat, three-way, triangle, whatever you want to call it, situation. Going up, reversal. Oh! Nasty looking chop there, but it works. Whoa! Full rotation, Spicoli driver. 1, 2, 2 goes the crowd. At least in my head they do. Joya already with one win here. What do we have? We got 10 minutes, 30 seconds left. Oh, Dragoness screw leg whip. And follows it up. And that's what I mean about she's embraced the technical. 1, 2, kick out. Edith in trouble. But look at that perfect escape from the drop kick. Boom. 10 minutes left approximately. And we're still looking for 2 falls in 10 minutes.
10 minutes coming up. 10 minutes.
10 gone, 10 left, and our wrestlers can hear that just as well as you can, and hopefully better, because I know our PA system is a little bit buggy. I'm sorry about that. 1, 2, kick out. Spin kick here. And Edith literally just taking a breather up against the ropes. Joya sees it, senses the blood in the water, tries to take advantage of the shoulder tackle, cannot, but hits the sling blade. Good recovery by the Jewel of Lucha Libre. Going for a double knee DT there, or a double knee breaker. Just over 9 minutes left here. 9 minutes and change, as I like to say. Russian leg sweep. Nekomusume now on the outside, trying to get back into this. And this is what makes these trios matches, or these triangle matches, so darn dangerous. There's always an extra body in the ring, and we're going to go for... Oh, look at that. The strength of Edith Surreal. This is a woman who never skips leg day. Vertical suplex. Stalled vertical suplex. That is mentally and physically damaging to the opponent. Joya misses with the drop kick. Edith Surreal's been on a roll. Oh, wait a minute. Trying to build up the proper Surreality lock, I think she does call that. Her version of the Death Lock. And that's it. Death Lock tap. Surreality lock.
Nekomusume has been eliminated. 1 fall for Edith Surreal.
That is the 41st loss. Wait a minute. Diamond Flosion. This match will be completely over in 2 seconds. No, it is not. 41st loss for Nekomusume. Only the 5th win for the Ephemeral Queen. This is starting to spread the field at the bottom of the rankings. As Joya going up top. The Luchadora, well, wait a minute, no. The Luchadora thinking something else. But I don't think she was thinking, I think I'll take an elbow to the face. An AW clothesline. Vertical suplex, snapping. Low altitude, high impact there. And now Edith's gonna fly with a big splash into the cover for the 1, 2. Edith Surreal, not quite yet. Again, that would jump Edith Surreal up in the rankings, keeping her safe from Botsamania. Joya would actually come to a tie with Edith Surreal. Actually, no, would surpass Edith Surreal in the rankings here. And right now, this late into the season, every match counts. Collar and elbow going up with a boom. A world's strongest slam from the smallest woman in this match. About 6:45 left, plenty of time. Kick to the midsection, off the ropes, full speed. Ruby Conrona. Congratulations, by the way, Ruby. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Joya with the Heidi Kanrana, Ruby Kanrana, picks up the win.
Here's your winner, Joya!
25th win for 26th win, excuse me, for Joya. Coming up next, the ranks on the line.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and rank is on the line. Introducing first, making their way to the ring from the wasteland. They are one half of the reigning Amateur Wrestling League, Joshi Tag Team Champions, and the reigning undisputed National Wrestling Alliance World Television Champions, Max the Impaler. Currently, they are the number 4 rank in the AWL Best 4.
1 week ago, Max the Impaler won the over-the-top rope Battle Royale to become the newest member of the AWL Best 4 for the Joshi Singles Division. Are we talking the era of the 3-belt Impaler? I don't know, long way to go for that. But the double AWL NWA champion has to go through what has to be a difficult challenge. You'll notice the music here has not changed, merely been looped.
And their opponent making her way to the ring, also from the wasteland, they are the other half of the reigning Amateur Wrestling League Joshi Tag Team Champions, Heidi, Howitzer. They are ranked 2 in the AWL Best 4.
Heidi Howitzer, on the other hand, in the second position in the AWL Best 4, and that makes her the highest ranked woman in the singles division in AWL Strong and Free. The current number 1 rank, the presumptive number 1 contender, is Spring Tiger. We had a little bit of an issue over on AWL Hontai of Spring Tiger and Akira Merune with a number 1 contenders match that did not come to a conclusion. Hopefully we're going to settle that next week. But right now, bang the gong, we are on 10 minutes here as the Wasteland War Party explode! No, they're not. You think these two don't fight each other as much as they fight everybody else? You think they don't enjoy just hitting on each other? You think this isn't just how they hang out? There's not a lot to do in the Wasteland is my point. Anyway, senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family is going to have to watch out for his own safety here. These are the teams, this is the team that has innovated the Wasteland Scrap Trap cage match here in the AWL, as well as what I consider to be their magnum opus, the Wasteland War Match, which is how they've been defending their tag team titles. However, disqualifications in effect here. Referee checking, oh great! Head scissors counter, almost into a Jujigatame there. I can't believe I'm using, these kind of terms talking about a match between these two. But great counter wrestling to get out of that touch of death. Uh-oh, full Nelson applied here. The could get a submission off of something as simple as a full Nelson. Don't think so. Max the Impaler trying to fight their way out of it, and a great arm drag. Okay, hang on a second. Do these two actually know how to wrestle? Ladies and gentlemen, alert the wrestling press. The Wasteland War Party actually know how to wrestle. They're not just beating people up. They just happen to enjoy that more. Big boot right to the face. 8 minutes and change into the cover. Heidi Howitzer with, I believe, the first cover of the match for a 2 count. These two are incredibly close in the overall win-loss rankings of AWL Strong and Free. Oh, no, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Look at the strength. Hidden depths of strength by Heidi Howitzer with a deadlift powerbomb. Max the Impaler comes into this match. 6, oh, tope suicida, face first into the dirt. Heidi Howitzer comes into this match. 13 wins and 2 losses, ratio of +11. Max the Impaler, they have 16 wins and 4 losses, ratio of +12. 1 win, 1 point, 1 acknowledgement separates these two combatants. So they could literally flip ranks. Currently the 12th and 13th overall in the entire branch of the league, in their entire Canadian branch. Both of which at the moment pretty much mathematically guaranteed to be in the women's tournament, the summer tournament we're calling the Natsu Taikai. 7 minutes on the clock here. So high stakes in this match. Chance to jump ahead in the best 4 for a shot at the Puroresu Protege Wakazaki Eye. We're still finalizing the card for the Golden War. We hope to have more announcements on the Golden War card over the course of the weekend. You can affect the Golden War card right now by going to our community tab, clicking, 1, 2, on either the cage match or the ladder match for the NJPW KOPW Provisional Championship. The Dominator, Great Khan, to defend against, the Great Tanuki, AWL Original, into the cover off of that Tombstone Pile Driver. 1, 2. One of the best tombstones in the game today. Note I say today, not of all time, Undertaker fans. Irish whip. Hard. I think it was supposed to be a chop there, but not again. Power body slam and headbutt. That'll be a fine. But the Wasteland War Party has never cared about things like that. I don't even think they use money in the Wasteland. All the way across the hypotenuse of that 20 by 20 foot ring. Maximum impact by Heidi Howitzer to take down Max the Impaler. Double stomps. You don't have the weight advantage. That means you've got to use every ounce of weight you've got. You've got to pull a rehaul. Focus all your weight and all your power into one spot. Be the bullet instead of the cannonball. Almost halfway through the time limit here. Max the Impaler, the over-the-shoulder pile driver.
5 minutes.
Cover.
5 remaining.
At exactly the halfway point. 1, 2. Kick out by Heidi. Unbelievable. If you thought, I don't want to fight my tag team partner, I don't want to wrestle my friend. No. This is how they show affection, these two. Collar elbow tie-up. And we still have our non-title semi-final match. Will Ospreay is in the building, too. And he's going to have to wait just a few more minutes, bro. And, of course, we now know that Kyle Fletcher will be making his AWL debut in the main event against the challenger for the Grand Championship at the Golden War, Kid Canada. All that to come in just a few minutes. 4 minutes on the clock here, and dive! And connecting Max the Impaler, driving their entire bodies into and through Heidi Howitzer. I'm going to point out, if either of these two injure each other, that could have serious ramifications in the Joshi Tag Team division. The red leather, volatile at the moment. Body slam going right there. I don't think the referee saw that one. That might not be a fine. We don't know, but they don't care. Couple of right hands. Oh, look at this. Up and Samoan drop. On the outside. 20 count on the outside in the AWL, of course. You can win a match where rank is on the line by count out, by disqualification, by TKO. I don't know what Max is doing here. Maybe they're trying to bait Heidi back to the outside.
3 minutes remaining.
3 minutes on the clock. These two don't want this match to stop it. Oh! Max the Impaler, they go throat first into the top rope. Collar and elbow off of the ropes and power slam. Power slamming Heidi all the way back to the waistland. 2.5 with 75% of the way through. Springboard. I believe that was a clothesline. These two are now just throwing everything they have at each other. And again, this late into the match, that just takes so much power, training, and skill.
There are 2 minutes remaining.
And there goes the penultimate time call. You'll get a 1 minute. If we get that far, literally now throwing Heidi around like a rag doll. Max the Impaler in trouble. Oh, Goozle into the press. Drop! Max the Impaler with the 1, 2. Wow. Max cannot believe what they are seeing right now as there's only 90 seconds left on the clock. I would hate to see this go to a time limit draw. We've had too many of those this week already. Over the shoulder, pile driver, one more time. Down! 75 seconds on the clock. One more time, says the crowd. Max the Impaler says, I don't need it. 1, 2, and they are correct. Max the Impaler jumps 2 ranks. Heidi Howitzer will fall 2 ranks. And after beating the hell out of each other, these two will still have to defend the AWL Joshi Tag Team titles going forward.
Here's your winner, Max the Impaler.
And there you see the updated AWL Best 4. As I said, Max the Impaler moves up to number 2. Heidi Howitzer down to number 4. The greatest of all time is in the building. And he has got to be hurting. Less than a week from AEW Dynasty, the AWL Grand Champion makes his triumphant return.
The following non-title contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first into his victory from Essex, England, representing the United Empire. He is the reigning and Indian Wrestling League Grand Champion, the Area Wrestling, Ospreay.
He has elevated his position in the world of wrestling. He has elevated, arguably, all elite wrestling, and now he elevates to the sky the AWL Grand Championship. St. George himself, the Slayer of Dragons, American and otherwise. There is the best in the world. And he will have to face the best in Canada this Golden Week at the Golden War. But tonight, the tag team partner.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from New York City, New York. He is an AWL Grand Slam champion, the heir of American Dream,
While he is not currently involved in the title picture, this Season 0 original, meaning he's been with the Animated Wrestling League since before we even started numbering our episodes. He is a Grand Slam champion 111 wins, one of the very few members of the 100-win club in the AWL. 97 losses ratio of plus 14. That makes Hassan the number 9 ranked wrestler in all of AWL Strong and Free, number 8 among the men. 10 minutes on the clock in this non-title affair. That's why the champion came out first, in case you're wondering. DDT! Very quick DDT by Hassan. This would be a landmark win for Hassan. He would jump into the best four automatically, I would imagine, or at the very least would automatically qualify for a Fight for 4 match. After the Golden War, that could mean he'd be facing his own tag team partner, Kid Canada, for the title in the future, but that one just fantasy booking. 30 seconds in, this is already high-octane match, and this is what Will Ospreay is capable of. A week after what we all saw at Dynasty, what some wrestling journalists are calling the greatest match to ever take place on American soil. A truly international... You know what? Very few wrestlers today have earned this title. I'm going to give it to Will Ospreay. Superstar. International superstar, global faction, the United Empire, global cross-platform, cross-promotional faction, the leader, the creator of the United Empire. We're on the outside now. 20 count has begun. Hassan has... How much of this is him fighting for himself? I mean, getting a chance to wrestle Will Ospreay, not a lot of wrestlers get that around the world, especially now that he seems to be mostly permanently contracted to AEW. Of course, All Elite Wrestling, one of the best things they brought to the wrestling world is the non-exclusive appearance rule, actually treating these people almost as if they were really independent contractors. Not quite, they could get better, but certainly an improvement in the culture of pro wrestling. Oh, look, oh, no, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. He loves to use that tornillo dive, that corkscrew dive over the top rope, and to be fair, it looks absolutely amazing. And when it hits, but when it doesn't, it just hurts. Hassan taking advantage now, with about 7:45 on the clock, up and gutbuster by the Arab American Dream. For those of you who don't know the story of Hassan, born in Baghdad, Iraq, his family escaped the tyranny of Saddam Hussein when he was just a little baby, and now he grew up. His only living memory is of the United States, of New York City, New York specifically, in the Big Apple. But when he became a professional wrestler, he couldn't find anybody in the United States. Burning down the house is Will Ospreay here. Hassan couldn't find anybody who would let him be himself, would let him be the proud American immigrant that he is. Everyone's insisted that basically he played the Muhammad Hassan role, that he played the evil post-9/11 terrorist Muslim guy, and he refused to do that. He came to the AWL when we were in our infancy, because we didn't make him do that. We allowed him to be who he is, the Arab American babyface. And that's why he's been so darn loyal to this company, has been with us for hundreds and hundreds of episodes, 22 plus seasons. He is Mr. Animated Wrestling League as far as I'm concerned. Was part of the team, speaking of outsiders originally from New Japan Pro Wrestling, he was part of that quartet that saw off Bullet Club Gold in that 4-on-4 elimination match at the end of last season. Now mixing it up with another outside faction. Not that I would compare the United Empire to the ridiculousness that is the Bullet Club. I'm just saying outsider and outsider. That's the only point of analogy there. Yeah. Meanwhile, oh, good counter, and the forearm's going down. The master of the hidden blade, a great forearm striker. Irish whip, off of the ropes now, leapfrog, into an arm drag. It's such a simple combination, but in the hands of Will Ospreay it becomes this crisp, clean, I dare say, professional form of wrestling. 5.5 minutes left now. Hassan with an opportunity here. He's thinking, oh yes, hang him out to dry. The Grand Champion goes down into the cover, very close to the ropes, however. 1, 2. Ospreay does not need the ropes. He can kick out of his own volition there. There's no real comparison here, but Will Ospreay, 8-3 in his AWL career, +5. +5 wrestles +14. And a deep 2 count there with exactly 5 minutes to go. Hit it.
5 minutes, 7 laps. 5 remaining.
Of course, the wrestlers can hear that. They can't hear me, which is probably the only reason I haven't been beaten up. Oh, diving Os cutter. And now the wrist control. Will Ospreay picking limbs. Uh-oh, that was a mistake. Enzigiri. Enzigiri with 4.5. Oh, now wait a minute. Hassan pushing it here with the rule set, using the ropes illegally. And now they're just slugging each other. They're just clubbing at each other. I'm just watching this. Boom! Standing hidden blade. With 4 minutes on the clock, this could go down to the wire. This could be a time limit draw. I'd hate to see it. You'd hate to see it. But that's why we have time limits, to give the sense of urgency to our professional wrestling. Kawada-esque kicks for a man who's trained in and through the NJPW system. Irish whip, reversal. Oh, look at that! Flying through the air with the greatest of ease. This man, is he even human? I don't get it. Boom! Drop kick, going to the back of the head, just like the same philosophy as the hidden blade. The shot you don't see coming knocks you out. And now looking for the Storm Driver or the Storm Breaker. Yes, it's going to be Storm Breaker! Storm Breaker. 1, 2, kick out.
There are 3 minutes remaining.
Hooking and double knee stomp. I have never figured out how wrestlers manage to keep their balance doing that. Springboard up to the top rope. We could see something crazy here. Maybe going for another diving Os cutter, maybe going for something weirder. And no, Hurricane Rana, the cast into the powerbomb, an all-American powerbomb. American. Now there's some jokes I could make there, but I'm not going to. But Ospreay recovers quickly. Going up, wait a minute, Tiger Suplex does not hold for a bridge. Probably could feel how close he was to the ropes. Someone with the experience of Will Ospreay knows exactly where he is in the ring at all times. Oh! The dive for the second time in the match does not connect. That could be the chink in the armor. That could be the weakness.
There are 2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes. And you know that Kid Canada is watching backstage on the closed circuit feed. Uh-oh. Trying to... Yeah, that's not going to keep him out for 20 count. You know that, but it might keep him out for 1 minute and 41 seconds. The AWL Grand Champion stirring. Realizes, wait, I'm not on the canvas. Where am I? Oh, crud, there I am. Hassan comes out. That's going to reset the clock. They tie up. Return to the 20 by 20 foot AWL squared circle with just about 100 seconds less than 100 seconds remaining now. 80 seconds, I should say. Beautiful kick off of the handspring for the 2. No, Hassan showing us exactly what it means to be an AWL original. Season 0 original. That sounds like a holy crap chant. Storm Breaker! Second time in the match, he kicked out of it once, can he kick it out of it again? I don't know. 1, 2, 50 seconds, 3! That's it! Will Ospreay shows why he is the Billy Goat, why he is on another level, why he is the Dragon Slayer, why he is the Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion.
Here's your winner, the AWL Grand Champion, Will
some acknowledgement from the champ. At the Golden War, it'll be 2 out of 3 falls. Kyle Fletcher makes his AWL debut. Will Ospreay will be in the corner. Kid Canada with a warm-up match.
The following champion versus champion match is a non-title contest scheduled for 1 fall, and it is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, being accompanied by Will Ospreay, representing the United Empire. He is the reigning Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher, a former tag team specialist, has become a single star and the Ring of Honor World Television Champion under the guidance of the Don Callis family in All Elite Wrestling. But he is United Empire at his core. Get well soon, Mark Davis. And with that Ring of Honor title being held high, that is the 3rd company to have a championship represented tonight on AWL Strong and Free.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He is the reigning, complete Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, Kid Canada!
5 successful title defenses, the right to jump to the head of the line, the right to name your stipulations. Kid Canada wants to out-wrestle Will Ospreay. That means 2 out of 3 falls. We're going old school, bruv. We're doing it the way it's been done all around the world between the most technical of wrestlers, eh? Everybody in this company seems to have a verbal tick. Neither title on the line here, but this is the Animated Wrestling League versus Ring of Honor. This is AWL versus United Empire. This is Kid Canada versus Kyle Fletcher, your main event of the evening. If you love this culmination of the professional wrestling universe, click subscribe. Give us a subscribe, smash that subscribe button, all of those things. We want you here, and you know you want this kind of AWL professional wrestling action. Is that good? Can I get a pity subscribe for that? I hate doing that sort of shilling, but you know what? It works. Gut wrench, suplex. Now you saw Will Ospreay a moment ago mentioning that he knows where Kid Canada trained. Well, so do you. The Dungeon. Kid Canada, a graduate of the final class of the original Hart Family Dungeon, what we're now calling Dungeon 1.0. Of course, Natalya Natty Neidhart of WWE has opened up Dungeon 2.0, shameless plug, so that WWE doesn't sue us. 8 minutes, 55 seconds remaining, cross body block. And I think Will Ospreay is looking forward to this match because he gets to test himself against the man who says, I'll stretch you like Stu would do. And he gets to do a minimum of 2 matches against him in one night. That's the beauty of the 2 out of 3 falls stipulation. Kid Canada, a record in 2 out of 3 falls matches. He's actually won championships in that, under that rule set before. So, wise decision by the challenger. He will, of course, have to vacate the Canadian National Championship, win or lose, and it will shift over to the Joshi division. And after the Golden War, we're going to crown a brand new champion among the women of AWL Strong and Free. We are just 2 minutes into this cross-body block again. Kyle Fletcher taking a lot of takedowns here. Oh, wait a minute, a very cocky cover. The referee didn't even realize that was a cover immediately. Is that a mind game by Kid Canada? Because this is a student of Will Ospreay, someone who came up through the United Empire. I don't know, I think that's a strategic mistake by the Canadian national champion because, one, you should not be don't look past this guy. Don't look past Kyle Fletcher. And two, this guy is a championship wrestler around the world. IWGP Tag Team Champion, 2-time Strong Openweight Tag Team Champion. Titles that, when held at the same time, he never actually lost. He had to vacate them due to Mark Davis's injury. Reigning ROH World Television Champion, a former World Tag Team Champion in Ring of Honor as well. Not to mention a plethora of titles around the independent universe all over the world. WXW, I'm just looking up his Wikipedia here, WXW Tag Team Champion. Rev Pro, Undisputed British Tag Team Champion twice. And he's only now learning how to be a singles wrestler. And look at that beautiful DDT by one of the students of the United Empire. And of course, as we're watching this, Will Ospreay, oh, wait a minute, champ and challenge, oh, distracted! Will didn't do anything there. But Kid Canada caught the eye of the AWL Grand Champion, and it left him vulnerable, and he gets his paintbrush, gets slapped across his face as I hit my own microphone. And with 6 minutes on the clock, we're only 4 minutes into this bout, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Fletcher is in control, partly due to the mistakes, the mental mistakes of Kid Canada. He's going up to the top rope. What's he going to do? Massive forearm bludgeoning chop there. A bludgeoning chop. That's not a combination of words you should hear. Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! That could be the first of the two falls at the Golden War. 1, 2, 3, no! Only one fall to a finish tonight, of course. Good grief. And another paintbrush slap. I think Kyle Fletcher has realized that the Canadian national champion is looking past him literally and figuratively here. And straitjacket hold into a neck breaker.
5 minutes and a half. 5 remain.
Wrestlers know what that means. That means I need to turn it. Oh no, this is going to be bad. DDT! And a hard fall for Fletcher as well. In that kind of maneuver, you want to land flat on your feet on the outside. Spread out the impact a bit. And now a flurry of offense, very Ospreay-esque in its striking. Now, of course, Kyle Fletcher, years in New Japan Pro Wrestling, he knows that he has a 20 count to work with here under these AWL rules. I will admit, directly inspired by New Japan, by Chikara, by Japanese wrestling in general. And, oh! And now scraping his, okay, that's just insulting, scraping his boot across the mask of the Canadian national champion. Elbow strikes, these are all legal blows, ladies and gentlemen. Kick to the midsection, Kyle Fletcher and Kid Canada jockeying for position on the outside with just an inch of padding. We're halfway through the 20 count. Referee, senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family, up to 11, I believe, to make that 12. And again, the strikes, flying knee, almost a psycho knee, with the defeat of the American Dragon Bryan Danielson by the Golden Goose of the Don Callis family. They just sort of taken that move onto themselves. But right now, this is not about the Don Callis family. It's because you know that because you can hear me over the booing. Oh wait a minute, 18. This is about the United Empire. Kid Canada gets back into 19, but wait a minute, Kyle Fletcher's not moving. I don't think he heard the count. That's it, 20, ring out. By ring out, Kid Canada has defeated the students. Kid Canada has defeated the Deshi, the Kohai of Will Ospreay. Just over a week away from the Golden War. Kid Canada, not even looking at the Grand Champion, taking his moment of victory here. on AWL Strong and Free. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, please subscribe next week. Well, you can see it right there, United Empire T49T. I have no idea what a Memories of Chikara match is, but I can't wait to see it. For tonight, Korede Kimarida.